Okay, obviously very disappointed in the outcome. Cincinnati's a good football team. You see why they're undefeated. You see why they're ranked, third or fourth in the country, whatever it is, depending on what poll you look at. And you see why they're in contention for a national championship. But, I thought our kids played really, really hard. I thought we did so many things well. But we just made some critical mistakes that you just can't make if you're going to win that ball game. And, when you're playing a team of that caliber, that's what you hope to avoid. And, it's for our young players, it's a great learning experience. And we're going to be in these ball games a lot over the next several years. And, we got to take that and learn from it. I hate, learning experiences are painful because, it's just, the kids felt like we were going to win that ball game going into today. And I thought we were ready to play. I thought we competed very, very well. Obviously got behind there in the second quarter with a couple of, they hit us on the pick play where they picked the linebacker and on the first touchdown, and then we, lost two jump ball, 50-50 balls down the field. So got down, but really proud of the way our kids battled back. Got it back to 15-point deal right there in the fourth quarter, and had it inside the 5-yard line. Getting ready to score and cut it to 8, and you still got a lot of time left, 11 plus minutes left, and so you feel like right then you're getting ready to create a situation where it's going to be a great ending, and we've been in a bunch of those, but got the penalty right there, and then had some miscommunication on the field goal operation, and ended up getting it blocked, and that really changed the game right there. So tough loss, but congratulations, Cincinnati.
Coach, for this, really never got the running game going. Was that kind of handcuff you play calling?
Well, yeah, it does, but there's a reason why they're one of the top defenses in the country. Obviously extremely talented. I thought that they played very, very well. We thought we were going to be able to run the ball better than we did today, but obviously that hurt us, particularly in the first half.
After those first bust plays in the first half, your defense more or less threw a shutout in the second half of this game and created a lot of opportunities to keep it close. What can you say overall about the way they played?
Well, it's tough because really other than 3 plays in the first half, 3 plays, I thought we played real well defensively. But that's the way it is. You make a mistake against a team like that on 3 plays and it's 3 touchdowns. That's tough. But I thought we really played well. I thought we played with a lot of intensity. I thought we played very physical. I thought we did a better job in coverage in the second half, which is why we were able to keep them out of the end zone to right there at the end. But we've come a long ways on that side of the football.
With in the fourth quarter, they were down 15. Was there ever a thought to maybe go for it instead of kick that field goal?
Well, definitely if I'd have been, 4th and 10, 4th and 12, something like that. But when it was 4th and 18, I thought that's pretty low percentage. You only got a couple of choices, and it's going to be a jump ball to the end zone. My thoughts right there were we can get 3. You get it inside of 2 scores. That way, 2 scores wins it. You got almost 12 minutes left. So I thought it was a much higher percentage decision right there to kick the field goal versus going for it on 4th and 18.
Coach, can you expand on the miscommunication on the field goal block and also what they did early in the game to block the punt?
Well, the mistake early in the game was, the shield guys just let somebody in the crease. I think we might have missed a block front side, but still the shield protects the punter, and they're able to get between the crease. We knew that they were going to come after it. We worked it all week, so got that corrected. But our defense got the stop right there, so it didn't hurt us. Mistake on the field goal there at the end is just we snapped it early. Nobody was ready. Nobody was set, and so they got a jump on us, and that's can't do that. So painful learning experience, like I said, but experience.
Coach, Luke Larson. He came in. He maintained most of the punts today. What was up with that? Anything going on with Johnny Young?
No, just Luke has some abilities that we thought fit that situation a little bit better. We worked it all week. He does have the ability to rugby and traditional punt. and we're just trying to change the block point up after the first one. That way, really to keep them from getting getting heavy pressure on the punter's foot.
Was the run ability of Luke Larson any part of that decision to put him in?
Well, yeah. I mean that's a whole part of the rugby piece right there. They secured the edge, but still he was able to move the block point, to stay away from the rush.
Solid game from Josiah Hatfield today. Didn't see much of CJ. Talk about those two situations overall.
Well, Josiah's finally back healthy, and so it's good to see him. Good to get him out there. CJ had a bruised shin. He took a hit to the shin right there, and so wasn't full speed there in the second half. So,
Coach, the play, I think it was 14-3. Y'all had him backed up. Ritter kind of escaped the rugby sack, and then they go on to score a touchdown on that drive. How critical was
that's
that?
tough, because we had him inside the 5-yard line. Thought we had him, which would have forced a punt from the end zone. So, but it's. I told him after the ball game, I mean, he's a hell of a player, and that is what he does. He extends plays, extends drives. He had a great day today. He's probably the player of the year in this conference, and that's it's because he has the ability to make those plays on his own.
Obviously, disappointment after losing this game. But how do you kind of compare to this feeling of you didn't finish the season how you wanted to, but y'all still have something to play for going into December, maybe compared to the last 2 years in this spot?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, you're playing an undefeated team that's ranked, 4th in the country or 3rd in the country, and you sit here feeling like, not that we could have won the game. I mean, we definitely think we could have. They made the plays, we didn't. But, you're sitting there in a competitive ball game, with a team of that caliber. I think that, that shows where our program is. We should expect to be competitive with the top teams in the country, and our kids feel that way. But I told them in there, we finished the regular season 7-5, 5-3 in the conference, but we're not finished yet. We still got one game left, and they've earned the right to play in that game. We're excited about a bowl game. We'll find out in the coming days where that's going to be, and we'll start getting ready for that those preparations. And we didn't. Our goal wasn't just to go to a bowl game. Our goal is to win a bowl game, and so we got some unfinished business left.
Coach Aaron Ramseur, he was a player who was here, I think, when you got here, and leading tackler today, and he's one of the ones you talked about, I think, about staying and persevering and being a part of the foundation going forward.
Absolutely, and he's matured so much. He's grown as a player. The seniors spoke to the team last night, and just sitting there listening to them and just what all this means to them, and listening to them talk about their first couple of years here and just what this group means that has turned the program around. And that's just I said it earlier last week. I respect that group of kids so much, and I'm proud of him. I mean, he played great today. He's played really well. The second half of the season right here, and you want to go out playing like that. And he's a great kid, and just glad he was here. Glad he was here for this season.
He went through a major injury, I think, and came back from that.
My first year, he tore his ACL. and he tore everything in there, which could be a catastrophic injury. Worked really hard with rehab, came back, battled some injuries last year, but he stayed healthy this year, and like I said, I'm glad he came back for this year.
These are the kind of games that you like to be in, and it's a building block for the future for a lot of these guys that will be returning. Talk about what you get out of a game like this, even though it didn't come out the way you really wanted it to.
Well, I mean, it's a game you can point to certain situations, whether it's the field goal situation, or the a couple of turnovers, the turnover there in the fourth quarter, just several plays throughout the game where it's unforced errors, and it comes from just being able to handle the moment. And it's a lot of experience. It's a lot of learning, and I talked about it all week, because I have been in a lot of ball games like that one today, and it never changes. The teams that can handle the magnitude of the game are the ones that win it, and it's because you don't make those critical errors. And I saw the hope is that your returning players, they're able to use this as a learning piece, and we can reference it. When we get in games like that in the future, and we can talk about these specific things in the off season, and during our training and preseason camp, we can talk about these situations, and that way we don't make the same mistake again.
Coach, you have some guys that are going to have to make a decision over the next few weeks. What's the next 2 weeks like for those guys in the program?
Well, I mean, each kid's different, each situation's different, and I've met with several of them, and I support them no matter what their decision is. I want the best for them. The program will be fine. The program will move on with them, which will be great. And if they decide, that they want to, move on with the next phase of life, then I want to help them every way I can to do that. So, but I do know that the bulk of those guys are planning on being back here. So I'm excited about that. I do think we talked about it last year that the situation with COVID and the eligibility deal and all that, with the youth of our team, it gives you an opportunity to kind of catch lightning in a bottle. And it's, it's not every school has the youth through this COVID stuff that we have, and so it allows us to, gain experience and retain a lot of guys over the next several years. Thanks a lot.